Like, I get, like, when I start hearing Michael Jackson, I get in this Michael Jackson mode, and I start wanting to hear them. So, how's everyone? Okay, hi. I'm Shanny, and, I've been gain stalked for over 10 years by a group of nasty individuals. But though I am still gain stalked, there are ways how to protect yourself from gain stalking. Here's a simple thing. Block. Block is your favorite freaking friend when you're gain stalked. Block any negative comment. Block any comment that has to do with illicit substances, sex, any negative remarks, anything like that. Because when you're dealing with gain stalkers, what you're essentially dealing with is a group of narcissists who all found each other, who enjoy finding victims to have their source of energy applied to them. They get off at crying, they get off at anger, they get off if you mention them, they get off at all these things, right? But their game ends once you wake up to their game. Their game ends once you take back your power. Their game ends once you realize what you're in. I know sometimes it can be confusing, sometimes it wrecks your whole being, and it takes away from your identity when you're gain stalked. And it takes therapy, it takes, in a lot of ways, you recognizing your own power in you in order to defeat it, in order for it not to bother you anymore. The best thing and advice I can give you is avoidance in any way. Now, these people are going to give you excuses, especially if you're on YouTube and you're being, like, gain stalked like I have been for over a decade. You basically take your power back by realizing these people never had power to begin with. All it was a psychological game done to your head to cause you to feel like you're worthless, you're useless, you're not loved. These people will go after your friends, your families. You'll see a lot of people who are gain stalked talk about how all their friends and family turned against them because they have a way of manipulating others to make them, like, they do this, like, bait and switch, right? They're the narcissist, right? But they switch it up and be like, oh, that person who's being gain stalked, they're the narcissist, right? Anyway, I guess right now I'm going to turn off the comments since people want to be nasty. Sorry. But, don't distract me with your bullshit. I'm not ever going to deal with your emotional chaos ever again. I'm not interested in your conversations. I'm not interested in your personality. I'm not interested in anything you have. Go away. You're not welcome here. As you can see, these people will say you're crazy, you're a drug addict, you're narcissistic, you're abusive, you're this, you're that. They try to find any excuse, any way, anything to try to get you separated from people because their goal is isolation and their goal is for you to be homelessness and their goal is for you to feel hopelessness, and then they'll find somewhere else, someone else to feed their supply once they're done sucking their supply dry. The problem with these narcissists is they seem to focus on empaths, people who feel deeply, feel richly, and feel for others in a compassionate way. They will get you angry, they will make you want to scream to the top of your lungs, but the thing is, you must always remember, if you are being gain stalked, it is all a goddamn game for their fucking supply. They don't care if you're hurt. They don't care if you're angry. They just care about the emotional response you give off to their reactive abuse they give you. That's the only thing they care about, is to get their supply from you. That emotional supply that they lack because they're so insecure about themselves. They have to put this mask of superiority on them to make them feel powerful, when really, deep down inside, the narcissist feels weak and inadequate. That is the game of the whole. They want to feel whole by putting other people down. The problem with that is their subconscious will always know that they are doing things immoral, and it will taunt them, and it will make their self-esteem even lower as a narcissist. I mean, they may act cocky and superior, but it's all a mask, it's all a game, it's all acting, it's all theater. Remember that. When you're being gain stalked by people, when you have a bunch of people putting you down, treating you like shit, remember the fact that it's all a game, that it's all theater. They're trying to get their supply of emotional energy because they lack it. Because they're too afraid to actually have real emotions like a normal person does. And they go after the hyper empath, the narcissists, because we're the most emotional. So they can see our emotions better. All the normies, all the people who just have normal empathy, they can't read you. But the hyper empath they can read because we wear our emotions on our sleeves. Isn't that interesting? But in the end, take your power back, realize it's a game, block every single negative comment, anything that's negative, and if there's a person in your life that is very toxic to you, get rid of them too. Or if you're like at work with a toxic person, try not to engage them. Avoid them. If you need to, if they get really bad, report them to your boss. Unless the narcissist is your boss, then go look for another fucking job. It's not worth it. The thing is, you can't reason with a narcissist. That's the problem. You can't reason with them. You can't show them your emotions because all they're going to do is laugh at you, point, and make fun of you over your emotions. You can't get angry at them because all they're going to do is point at you and say that you're the evil one. See, you're the one with the problem, even though you're just sick of the goddamn bullshit. And they play these games because they want that fuel. So take your power back. Don't give them that fuel. Don't give them the power to get in your head because that's their purpose. They want to get in your head. They want you to feel low. They want you to feel hopelessness because they also feel hopelessness. So they just are constantly reflecting their own insecurities and own emotions and own fucking problems on the person they're targeting, making it seem like they're the problem when they're just, what the fuck did I do? It's a game.